Hey guys, Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Washing Painting here in Hammond, Louisiana. We hope you all are having a great afternoon like we are. Well, it's a little bit past afternoon now. We're coming up on midnight here shortly. It's a beautiful night down here. The temperature is somewhere around, right around 50 degrees, maybe 50, 51, 52. We are dressed. The temperature's going to probably drop overnight a little bit more. Maybe into the mid 40s, but it's actually very pleasant. Humidity's low and not much wind. So show you what we're doing here. We are working on removing these parking lines here with a solution that works pretty well. It generally removes about 80 to 90% on the first pass, and then sometimes we might have to come back and reapply our solution and then hit it again. On this, pressure is your friend. I know we always talk about flow, but here, pressure is our friend. My machines, I'm at a little bit disadvantage with this because I'm not using hot water and I only have 3,500 psi to work with. This machine here, one of those 4,200 psi at 4 gallons a minute would actually work better than my 8 gallon per minute machine. So go figure on that. I was going to bring out my little rattle cart for this, but we was out washing with the other trailer and we didn't want to go back and get the shop and switch everything out. So, there again, that extra 5, 6, 7, 800 psi would do more to remove these lines than the 8 gallon per minute will at 3,500 psi. So that being said, but we getting it done. We're putting our solution on it. I'm not going to go into all of that, what solution I'm using, because it's different depending on the temperature, depending on the substrate, and everything else. And also depends on the type of paint that's been used, whether it's a Pittsburgh paint or latex or Sherwin-Williams or either one of those little Lowe's or Home Depot paints. So all that's a little different. And then on top of that, I could go over every one of them, but then I could be held responsible if someone got hurt taking my instructions using a chemical that I recommended. But if you need my one-on-one help, feel free to reach out to me and I'll tell you what we've done here to remove these lines. And now they pay a lot. Now they are a pain in the butt to remove. You're gonna probably remove about 30 or 40 of these lines in a shift, an 8-hour shift. That does pay thousands of dollars to do 30 or 40 of them. So that being said, it is worth it, but it's a pain. So I'll show you what we've done here. Chris is over here blasting away. I don't know how much you'll be able to see in there. So basically you want to angle that gun away from you so that spray will jet out that way. So they instructed to keep their back to the store and the back to any of us walking around. So once you got that spray going out like that, it's pretty much going to go that one direction. Now I'm going to see if I can get a better angle on it. Wait till Chris moves out the way a little bit. See if I can try to. How much is it removing, Chris, you think? That right there is a little tougher. Yep. The reason why this area right here is not coming out as good is because it receives less traffic than the areas you would out here in the drive lane. So that being said, these areas that are less traveled right in here and stuff, they're going to require more treatments and going over them 2 or 3 times. And we let our customer know that we're going to get 80 to 90% of it up, sometimes a little more than that, but that's all we can really do, and then the rest of it will fade out over time. And look, sometimes it doesn't take much time. I've came back a week later and, removed the line 80%. So you can still see a ghost line down. Removed it 80%. And a week later, especially after a couple rains and the traffic that the tires drag across the storefront, you couldn't even tell it. I mean, you'd have had been sitting there looking for it, in broad daylight. So that being said, I always let my customers know that we're going to get it probably between 80 and 90%. And then if we get it a little more, that's even better, so they happy with it. And then I'll show them pictures of before and after of some other lines that we removed, so they can be expecting what this looks like. Now, again, what we will do once we remove this yellow paint, you can see actually, the clean stripes in it. We're going to surface clean it, and I'm about to show you what it looks like afterwards, because we got a section over here to my left that has been already completed. We may still have a little touch up to do in it, but we're going to look at it here in a little bit. We'll rinse it off a little bit. And again, what we're going to do, these lines right in here where we doesn't get a lot of tire traffic, is going to be thicker. There's going to be more millage. And if you can understand the concept, out here the cars going back and forth, two-way traffic out here, obviously it gets grinded down. Out here never gets touched hardly, and every time this has been restriped, this right here has also been restriped. So the millage here, I can get down there and feel it. It's about as thick as a coin, like a quarter. And out here you actually can't feel it. So it lets you know your millage. So when you pricing this stuff out, know that this is going to be a little easier. Now you got these long lines, I call them cap lines or whatever you got, whatever you want to call it. Those are going to take a little more work. So just keep that in mind. And again, if y'all need help on pricing on this, get with me. Don't pass up one of these jobs because you don't know what to do. This can be done with a little 4,000 psi, 4 gallons a minute. Actually, like I said before, that works a little better than the 3,500 psi that I'm running tonight. Now, I know I'm going to get some comments below about hot water, about that Scarfire machine, about grinding it up with wire brushes and extension cords and all that. Of course, all of that is plausible ways to remove lines, but we had about 70 of these that had to be removed. So we had to come up with a way that was cost effective for us, and time wise it was effective as well. So this is what we've done, and this is how I've done them for years. Now I do have generators with the side grinders and the wire wheels and all that. Just so you know, if you got one wire wheel, which is a decent one's about $10, you would go through about 2 of those wire wheels to remove this long diagonal line, whereas this water is, and with my solution, is taking it up in a pass and a half. So basically what I'll have to do, I can see a little yellow in here. Once we surface clean it, we'll take a look at it again. If it needs a little bit, we'll put more little solution on it and go back over it, and it doesn't take but about a minute or two, per line. So there again, like I'm saying, if you use a wire brush wheel on it, it's going to take 2 wire brush wheels. You're going to be down there on your hands and knees. You're going to have to wear a respirator, which we got respirators here and stuff on the truck, but you don't have to wear eye protection, respirators. You're going to be down on your hands and your knees, and it's tough. And that grinder get away from you, grab your jacket or something, it can hurt you. Of course, all this can hurt you, but we sometimes got to pick the best option, and that's what we've done tonight. Another way to remove it is a Scarfire machine. They explicitly did not want that because it does groove the concrete, and for ADA reasons, it was not going to work here, because that concrete would have been grooved. Now, I know some of the guys might say, it's got to be done properly, whatever. I agree. I have removed lines without scarring it up, and then I have removed lines and did scar it up and use the same method. So a lot of times it has something to do just with the concrete mix that was poured many decades ago. Like this was probably poured 2 decades ago. I wasn't a part of that, so I don't know what the PSI on this is and all of that. So you got to be real careful when you use that Scarfire machine. You don't know what you're touching. You obviously gonna have to do a test spot, but just think about it like this: if you get that machine out here to do a test spot, you're gonna have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars into that one test spot period. Where we came by here and did a test spot with the trailer one night on the way to work, so it was a free test spot. So I know I'm here to comment, so I'm just putting that out there. So yes, I know all the different method way. Hot water does work a little bit better than what we're doing here. Hot water is actually about 15 to 20% better. I do have hot water capabilities. It's just not in Louisiana. So it's in actually Oklahoma right now. So on a project. So all that being said, I could have went and rented a hot water machine, but then you got to deal with the burners and what have you. So this is working, and I'm gonna prove it to you. This is the spots that we have done already. Now these lines, obviously you can see some shadows in it. I don't know if the camera's picking up on much of it. And as y'all know, I don't see all that well at night, so that's why I got these boys out here with me that got eagle eyes. So but yeah, for the most part, I've had several people look at it. I'm looking at it, and they're happy with it. They've already expressed their satisfaction with it, because we prepped them on it. We gave them before and after pictures of this before. So I'm gonna show you. This is our clean dirty line here. So that's where we started surface cleaning. Now I have offered to them, for an additional charge, if they want to go ahead and surface clean all the way on down the store, we'll do it. Either way. So they got that in mind. I doubt they're gonna do it, but we'll see. So obviously you see some of these shadows in here. Now again, this was done just hours ago, so no traffic has really came in here all that much. They've had a couple cars, but nothing really major. So over the next few days, this is gonna get even better. And then once we get a couple rains, it's definitely, it's gonna be all good. Again, one of these projects you can do about 2 nights. If you're removing about 70 lines, you should be able to get between 30 and 40 done each night, about an 8-hour shift. And each night you can make thousands and thousands of dollars. So a lot of other guys don't want to mess with this, and I understand why. I don't either. But sometimes you want to make a particular customer happy, and they're gonna pay for it. So that's what we do. And at the end of the day, it's a crazy amount of money we're gonna get as a payday. So that's fine too. So you know how that is. But like always, if y'all want to find out more about this, don't be afraid to reach out to me. Sometimes I'm hard to get in touch with. I get it. I worked last night. I worked today. Now I'm working again. Working 2 shifts a day, or supervising 2 shifts a day, and then so it is time consuming. And so at some point, old Billy Davidson's got to get a little nap in. So keep reaching out to me. Text me. Texting is the best way to get me, because it's always on my phone. I never delete a text message unless somehow my phone jacks me up. But text me, and if y'all need my help personally, I'll give my phone number. It's 985-345-0778. My name is Billy Davidson. I'm the owner of Davidson Pressure Washer Painting, and I'm located here in Hammond, Louisiana, and we'll talk to you soon.